Welcome into the world of success. I am Vivekanand Rayapeddi. I am your success coach. I am your mentor. I am your happiness coach. My dear friends, you are all welcome into this world of success. Of course, the entire world is going through an unprecedented situation of coronavirus. Some countries are facing horrible conditions and situations. We are very fortunate that our country is relatively in a safe position and the number of deaths are not that high. However, the situation is horrible. So it's a matter of grave concern and it's a matter of highly seriousness. In fact, that is the reason our government has taken the right decision at the right time to make all the citizens to stay at home. And in fact, when we were busy, when we were going to our offices, colleges, and our routine work, we were craving for a break. We were craving for a holiday. We were, in fact, eagerly looking for a Sunday or a festival or a holiday. Now, in fact, we all have come to know and understood that how difficult it is to be free without any work and without doing anything. Staying at home, how difficult it could be, I understand. In this connection, I would like to tell you only one thing. Don't lose your cool. Keep your cool, in fact. The good days are going to happen, the good days are going to come, and once again you are going to zoom into your career, and once again you are going to reach new heights in your career. But don't be in a hurry, don't move around, don't go out. There is nothing outside, my dear friends, except corona. Yes, that risk is there. It is better to stay home. I am with you, don't worry, I am here. Today I am going to tell you the secrets, three secrets, how to develop or how to set a goal and how to achieve your goal. Three secret steps I am going to tell you. In fact, before that, I would like to tell you something about existential emptiness. What is it? Before that, I would like to share one incident with you people. In the recent past, before Corona, of course, one of the parents has brought his son to me for the counseling. That boy had dropped his engineering course. In fact, he dropped it and he did not want to continue any further. Naturally, the parent was highly anxious. He was worried and he was tensed. So he brought his son to me. Naturally, that boy was very brilliant. That boy was very intelligent and he was awesome, I can say. However, that boy was in a different kind of mindset. He was not able to focus on his career and he was not able to continue his studies. How horrible for a parents, in the angle of a parent, how horrible it is, you know. So during the part of our conversation, I asked that boy, what is your passion? What do you do when you are free? What do you feel like doing? What gives you happiness? What gives you great amount of pleasure? So that I thought of diverting his attention and his focus, and I wanted to give a goal setting in that angle as per his passion. And of course, as I told you, that boy was highly intelligent, and he said with a smile, with a sarcastic smile, I can't say, but with a smile on his face, he said, by doing nothing, I get happiness. By doing nothing, I get happiness. Then I asked, what exactly do you do then? Then he said, he gave a thought for a while and he looked around and just he tried to gather some amount of idea in his mind. Finally, he said, I play a couple of video games and I just chat with my friends through social media. WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and I share videos and I share jokes. So from more or less from morning to evening, his routine is more or less this way only. He plays couple of video games and he socializes on social media and he watches movies. This is how his routine goes on. So his father was anxious. His father was looking at me and looking at his son. He was feeling a bit embarrassed, honestly. His father was feeling embarrassed. Oh, my son is talking in a ridiculous fashion. He does not know how to respect the elders. That was the kind of feeling I could observe, I could sense on the face of the father. However, I assured him, don't worry. So then I asked that boy, honestly tell me, you spend a lot of time on social media, and in particular you do not do anything, and you do not do anything constructive or productive. That's fine, well and good, nothing to worry. But honestly you tell me one thing, by the end of the day, do you get a peaceful sleep? Hmm. Do you get a peaceful sleep? Are you really happy with the kind of progression that your life is offering, the direction in which you are leading your life? Are you happy with that? That is my question. For that, that boy got shocked. Literally, he got shocked and keeping his head a bit low. And he said in a very low voice, no, I'm not happy. I'm not at all happy. Honestly speaking, I'm depressed and I'm getting horrifying dreams and I'm clueless, I'm confused, and in fact, I'm horrified. And I just do not know in which direction my life is going. And this is what his reply is. Then I asked, do you want to be happy? Do you want to get direction for your life? Do you want to get a purpose and meaning for your life? He said, yes. Then, when I probed, when I asked further and further, he is very ambitious. Honestly speaking, he is very ambitious, has got very clear goal in mind. But he never worked towards his goal. He was simply planning. He was ambitious and he was setting high goals and he was thinking of high about himself and he was setting great amount of goals for him. But unfortunately, he never started working on them. He was simply thinking and building castles in the air. That was the problem. Had it been an average boy or had it been a poor guy, when it comes to intelligence I'm talking about, the poor or rich in the sense, so had he been an average boy, okay fine, I would have understood. But he was highly intelligent, his mind was very creative, and then it took some amount of time and I put him in the right direction. That and all is a different story. So this particular set of mindset can be termed as existential emptiness. Existential emptiness means we feel that by simply sitting and by doing nothing, we get relaxation and our mind will be happy. But in fact, the opposite is true. By simply sitting and by doing nothing, our mind gets depressed, our mind gets confused, our mind is thinking in a horrified way. So that's the reason the best way to keep the life alive is to keep doing something productive, small to bigger things, keep on doing. And in fact, social media or internet or for that matter technology should be in our control. The technology should be in our control. And once we go into the control of the technology, this kind of psychological disorders and this kind of existential emptiness takes place in our life. So that's the reason it is rightly told that we should be the boss to the technology, and the technology should not be our boss. And in this connection, I would like to tell more and more things in our this particular program today. So our objective is how to use technology to our advantage, and how to be even more successful in our career. That is the main objective. In fact, this particular existential frustration happens in everyone's life. There are two reasons for this, in fact. When there is nothing worthwhile to perform, there is nothing important to do, when lot of leisure time is there at our hand, at our disposal, when we are doing nothing, and when we are not clear about our goal, our objective, or purpose of our life, then this kind of frustration happens. So this is the existential frustration. And the other condition this kind of existential frustration takes place in our life is that when we make the perfect efforts towards achieving the goal or the tasks, but unfortunately the task is not being achieved and the goal is not being achieved, and in that case also the people will tend to get this kind of frustration. In fact, the real education is that which should guide us to move towards our goal, and which will train us to achieve our goal. And at the same time, the real education is something which will give us even the confidence to face the eventualities. How to face the failure? We need to have that kind of courage also. One should have that kind of knowledge, one should have that courage to face the failure, because life is not a bed of roses. Life offers its own challenges, life throws its own troubles on us, but the winner is the one who faces everything, and who is going to be a winner, because success means not continuous victories one after the other. In fact, the real success is one when you fall down and again if you get up. That is a true success. So, in fact, this kind of awareness, this kind of clarity one should have. Now, in this connection, I would like to talk something about this particular lockdown period. My dear friends, this lockdown period is unprecedented. This kind of situation has never happened in the history of mankind. One Mr. Gajanan Rajkumar has sent the message, excellent Dr. Vivekananda. Thank you, Mr. Gajanan Rajkumar. In fact, I welcome your further comments. You can even shoot questions. So, hi guys. So you can also feel free to ask me questions. Fine. Coronavirus I'm talking about. Our human, in the history of human history, we have never witnessed this kind of situation. Of course, great amount of endemics and pandemics have taken place in the history of mankind, and the good score of people have lost their lives. But this lockdown kind of situation is unprecedented. It never took place in the history of mankind. Now, first few days it went on like fun, and people cracked jokes, watched their favorite videos, and watched their favorite movies and all. Now, again, there is a kind of confusion what to do next. So, in fact, so thank you so much, Dr. Vivekananda, Gajanan Rajkumar again. Thank you, sir, Gajanan. So, in this kind of situation, we need to think quite positively. We have to consider this particular free time which we have never hoped for, which has come to us in a platter. Now, make use of this particular time and identify what is the purpose of your life, what exactly you are capable of doing, what exactly is the mission for you in life, and what do you want to achieve. In fact, once we identify the purpose of our life, accordingly you can set your goal, accordingly you can reschedule your overall work schedule, and you can put on a piece of paper on a day-to-day basis before starting every day, that things to do today kind of thing. So in fact, this is the way you can start your journey towards the purpose of your life. So Gajanan, this is really enlightening. Oh, thank you, sir. It is really helpful to everyone. Thank you, Rajkumar, and I welcome the views of all the viewers. I welcome the feelings of all the viewers in this particular connection. Thank you, Rajkumar. I am very happy that you are generous in appreciation. Well, so my dear friends, let us make use of this particular lockdown period. When there's recently one of my friends has sent this message: when you cannot go outside, you can go inside. Wow, what a deep message it is. Going inside in the sense, you can make an introspection. You can think about your own self. What are all the achievements that you have made in your life? What is your SWOT analysis? What is your strength areas? What are your areas for improvement? And what are the objectives that you can achieve? And then what are the opportunities that are there ahead of you with your existing skills, with your existing qualification, with your existing strengths, and with your existing areas for improvement also? What are all the opportunities that are there ahead of you? Be frank, be honest, be open with your own self. No need to share these things with anyone. You are the one who is talking to you. This is the journey I'm talking about. Go inside. So if you cannot go outside, go inside and understand yourself. Because in this world, we know many things. The height of Everest, we know, the depth of Pacific, we know, and the history, we know, geography, we know, and we know so many things. Honestly, I'm telling you, my dear friends, you do not know about your own self. You are, you are the master. You have got the capacity to conquer the whole world. You have got great strength to be a winner. In fact, the great winners in this particular world around. So our own Indian CEO of Microsoft or CEO of Google are great people who are all there. And in fact, they are also like you and me only. They are not born great, but they made their lives great by setting specific goals in their lives. So it is high time you too can start making the journey inwards. Understand yourself and understand what exactly you are capable of, what exactly is your goal in life. Most of the times, people keep doing the tasks which are assigned to them. Means an employee is working for a company, or a student is studying a particular syllabus. These things are the tasks which are assigned to him. In fact, he may or he may not like it. He may be compelled, he might have been compelled to do it. But now there is no such thing. You're free, you're liberated. Now make use of this particular time of lockdown and understand what exactly is your real passion, what exactly makes you happy. And by doing what, you forget everything, the thirst and the desire to eat, the hunger and the sleep, everything you forget. In fact, hours together, you don't mind doing that particular task. So that sort of task is called your passion. What is your real passion? You identify and let that be your motive for the living. And in fact, here, one thing I tell you, so famous Austrian neurologist Viktor Frankl has once said, and in fact, he underwent horrible situations in his life during the captivity of a Holocaust during the Second World War. In fact, he was imprisoned. The very polished word I am using. He was put in the inhuman concentration camps. No one knows when one is going to die. The inhuman conditions were there around him. Under those conditions, Viktor Frankl was imprisoned, and there were co prisoners who were getting subjected to inhuman torture. And in fact, in that kind of situation, Mr. Viktor Frankl firmly made up his mind to be alive. He wanted to start his career, he wanted to start his life altogether fresh after the liberation. And he was very confident that he would get liberated. So, here, what I am trying to tell is it's really helpful to everyone. Again, Mr. Gajanan Rajkumar, thank you, sir. So, what was really making him feel happy is that in the mind of Viktor Frankl, I'm talking about, that it was his gut feeling that he would get liberated, that he would get his life and he can start his career fresh. In fact, at that time, he was a young neurologist, and in fact, he was about to get his thesis for his doctorate published, and he wrote world famous book, The Man's Search for Meaning for Life. Man's Search for Meaning of Life. So this is a brief profile of this Viktor Frankl I'm talking about. Mr. Viktor Frankl, so all his works, all his papers which were about to get published were confiscated by the Germans. And in fact, these all the papers were never given to him. So Viktor Frankl had taken up one firm decision. These people can captivate me, they can imprison me, they can stop my freedom, they can stop my movement, but they cannot stop one thing, that is the greatest freedom a human being has, that is his mind. And his thoughts, his freedom and his attitude can never be stopped. So all the works, whatever he has done so far, all the things that which he has put on a piece of papers, and the papers which were about to get published, which were taken away by the Germans. So he kept recollecting all those works in his mind. So that was an activity that he gave to his own mind. So, my dear friends, you are stopped to move around. You are stopped not to go. You are stopped from not to go from your house. But don't worry. This is the time which you can use practically. This is the time which you can make use of this particular time in a productive way. So here I would like to tell one deathbed experience. Very horrible thing I am going to talk about. The deathbed experience. Why I am talking about is recently one of the students who approached me to get counseled. He said, "Sir, I do not know what is my goal, sir. I do not know what is my goal. I do not know what is my strength and what are the areas for improvement in my life and what are the weaknesses, rather, or what are the opportunities ahead of me and what are the threats that are there in my career. I am simply happy and I am clueless and I don't have any specific goal." Also, it was a different kind of challenge that he thought he was giving to me. Then at the time, I gave this particular deathbed experience to that boy that I am going to talk to you also. My dear friends, this is very simple, very, very simple, in fact. Let me give you one title for this particular deathbed experience, that is, Think the End Before Beginning. I repeat, think the end before beginning. Now, I am going to tell you one particular exercise which you need to take it up today itself. Whenever you are free, it hardly takes 10 to 15 minutes. But if you can do it much more sincerely, it may take up much more time also, but minimum 15 minutes is sufficient, I believe. So this deathbed experience is nothing that. Now, anyhow, about death, so much of talk is going around in the world, in Italy, in America, Spain, UK, and of course, the motherland of this particular coronavirus in China as well. So, however, my dear friends, don't worry, don't get horrified. For sure, we are going to be alive. We are going to start our life fresh and we are going to start our career fresh. And however, let us mentally imagine this particular deathbed experience. What I am talking about is, just imagine your dead body is lying in the center of your house. Yes. And all the relatives, friends, and your colleagues, neighborhood people, and people from your community, all of them have assembled. At the center of the hall, your dead body is there. And there are people who are feeling very sorry about this particular situation. And in fact, you are also able to witness all these things. Of course, you are invisible and you are able to see from the top of the roof the proceedings, what is going on. And as the as per the formality, maybe people are talking about you, eulogy. They are trying to talk about their experiences with you. They are taking a mic in their hand one by one, and they are expressing their experiences that they had with you. And in fact, they are sharing their thoughts, and they are talking about your deeds or misdeeds, and they are talking about your achievements or failures or whatever. So this is the situation, my dear friends. Now it is in your hands. You can decide by the end of this, by the end of the life, at the end of your life, what the people need to talk about you. So there are four people who are assigned this task of giving a eulogy about you, talking about you. The first one is one of your family members. One of your family members is talking about you, and he is expressing his feelings. Now you can decide what he has to talk about you. That is the purpose of your life. That should be the meaning for your existence. That is the reason you are there here. So in that angle, from today itself, you can start your career. You can build your career. You can build your life. And what they want to talk, fine. They cannot talk whatever they want to. They are going to talk what you are deciding today. In fact, do they need to do they need to talk great about you? Do they need to talk about your achievements in the field that you have chosen for? In this way, now you can decide what is the purpose, what is the meaning of your life, what is the meaning of your existence on this planet of Earth. In this way, you can think. Be serious. It's a serious exercise we are doing. Now, so my dear friends, now one of the family members is talking about you, and after that, one of your relatives is talking about you. The third person is one of your close friends talking about you. And the last is one of your colleagues or the people from your community. In case you are involved in any social activities, social service activities, or any religious activities that you are involved. So these are the people, one by one, they are talking about you. So in this way, now you can decide. So what is going to be your goal in life? What is going to be the mission of your life? What is going to be the mission of your existence? So this is the way you can think. You can think great about your own self. You can decide your course of action. And in fact, this is the way you can talk about it. So in fact, this particular deathbed experience has brought miraculous changes in so many lives. For sure, it is going to work out for you. Tomorrow, we are going to discuss further how we can make the best use of this particular experience. And the task I am giving to you is that make use of this particular experience, deathbed experience, which I have discussed about, and you can write down your comments. And in fact, you can send me your comments, and don't forget to share this particular video amongst your friends and explain, if possible, what we have discussed today. And we are going to again meet. And by the end of this session, let me share a small joke. Once a conductor was issuing a tickets. Once a conductor was issuing tickets. One moment. Who are all the people who have sent? Sayaji Nikam. Purpose of life is to keep healthy and be a helpful husband, during the lockdown period. Fantastic strategy. You have given a wonderful input. And again, GVS Lavanya, great. You are an excellent motivational speaker, sir. I am SS Naidu. Very good, Mr. Naidu. Thank you. So, my dear friends, I welcome your comments in this way. Now, today we have discussed about the deathbed experience, and then now I was about to share a joke, right, with you. So, a city bus is just about to start, and all the passengers have got into the bus, and the conductor started issuing tickets. Now, to one, he approached a person, and everybody is saying, "Okay, fine, give me a ticket to Koti, Abits, or Panjagutta, Amirpet." This way, everybody is taking their tickets. One person, when the conductor approached, the conductor has got a puzzle of his lifetime. That person was scratching his head and he said, "I'm sorry, sir, I have not yet decided where to go." It is sounding ridiculous, you know. Same is the case, my dear friends, with our lives also. There are few people during my interactions with some engineering college students and some MBA students and all. When I ask them, "So, what's your goal in life? What do you want to be?" Then they say that, "No, sir, we have not yet decided." How is it possible? You have, when we take up a small journey, like from Hyderabad to Bengaluru or Hyderabad to Mumbai, when we take up a small journey itself, we very meticulously we plan out our journey. We decide whether to go by flight or train or by bus, AC or non-AC, and in which particular class we have to go, and by the what time we'll be reaching our destination. Accordingly, we inform the people over there to receive you and all. So this much of meticulous planning, when we are able to do for a small journey, compared with the total life journey, this is a small journey, Mumbai or Bengaluru or whatever. So when we are so meticulous, here are a few comments. Well, thank you. So when we are taking up such a meticulous planning towards these small journeys related to life, doesn't it deserve much more meticulous planning? So, first you need to identify your passion in life. Let that be the driving force for your life. So, don't forget to share this particular video, and please don't forget to even like the video, share the video, and you have to, I request you, please put your comments also at the end of the video. So tomorrow, my dear friends, let us meet by sharp 5 o'clock. I am your happiness coach. I am Dr. Vivekanand Rayapeddi. I am the director of Royal Soft Skills Campus, Dilshuk Nagar, Hyderabad. And once this lockdown period is over, you can even meet me. You can take my services. I wish you all the best. Have a great day. Thank you.